Welcome to episode 54 of the Empowered by Design podcast. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be debuting the daily dose, our daily dose of empowerment today on this episode. I can't wait. Stay tuned. Welcome to the podcast, Empowered by Design. I'm your host, Dr. Liz, a licensed psychologist and owner of Visionistas by Design Wellness Boutique in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. This podcast is about the power of connection and a proactive approach to mental health and overall wellness. It's about finding and owning your power right now and using it for good, by nurturing the connection of body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. Empowered by Design podcast delivers psychological concepts and practical strategies with a real-life approach, designed to empower health and wellness, optimal performance, authentic connection with yourself and others, and purposeful, joyful living. Be well. Live empowered. Dream, design, deliver. Hello, and welcome to episode 54. I'm so excited of the Empowered by Design podcast. I am your host, Dr. Liz, and thrilled to be here, thrilled to be back with you in a solo episode today. We have had for the past couple of weeks amazing guest appearances and interviews with my friends and colleagues who are other entrepreneurs in the wellness space. So if you have not checked those out, they are not to be missed. They are a must listen. Episode 52 was with Katie Arnold. She has an online studio for yoga, meditation. She recently launched her own podcast called The Soul Connection. It's wonderful. I love it. Comes out on Mondays. Check it out. It is wonderful. Episode 53 was Dr. Peggy DeLong, the gratitude psychologist, and she talked about her work in gratitude and also love in a bracelet, her creative outlet that that became a business for her in creating gorgeous bracelets. I know because I bought a couple for the grandmothers at Christmas time, and they're so pretty and so meaningful, so wonderful. So check out those episodes if you haven't. But today it's just me. So I'm excited to be here with you. I'm recording at my most favorite time of the day, the morning. I have my coffee in my hand. And today's episode is a fun one. We're going to be doing something new today, our daily dose of empowerment. How appropriate for this podcast called Empowered by Design. So I'm very excited to try something new. And I think if we like it, I'm going to try to do it monthly. And we'll see. We'll see how we like it. We'll try it for a few months, and I hope you can tell me if you like it. I'll see how I like it, and we can go from there. But I mean, who doesn't need empowerment, right? I do. Raising my hand. Before we get into that, snacks and apps time, I just want to invite you, ask you again to share your dreams and your celebrations with me. We are coming up, I cannot believe this, we are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of this podcast. I cannot wait to celebrate. You know I love celebrating, so I have some plans for celebrating. And included in that plan is a celebration birthday anniversary episode where we're going to talk about celebrating. I'm going to do some celebrating of this podcast, tell some of the most favorite episodes, your favorite episodes, my favorite episodes. And also, I would love to share some of your celebrations. Thank you to those of you who have sent some in already. You can find the link on my website, drliz.com, drlyz.com, and on the homepage and on the podcast page. So if you go to Empowered by Design podcast, you'll see the big golden heart that says Celebrate Dreams Come True in 22. And there's a link there that you fill out a quick little form, put your name and your celebration or your dream that you hope to celebrate in 2022. Really, I love to share. I love to celebrate people's dreams come true. I love to celebrate my dreams come true. And I want to do it together. So I really, really, this is the last plug, right? Because next week is the episode. So please, 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 if you have a few moments, share them with us. And if you don't want them on the podcast, that's okay. We have a spot for you to say, please keep this private with just me. But the power and the motivation and the empowerment that comes from sharing your hopes, sharing your dreams, sharing your celebrations with others, and also just actually sitting down and reflecting. Because if you're sitting down and writing, or you don't have to sit down. You can certainly stand up and fill out the form or walk. I like to sit down when I'm typing, but that's just me. But yes, when you pause and reflect in order to put it out there, in order to identify, appreciate, and recall the celebrations. Maybe it's big, maybe it's small. It doesn't have to be big. And then also a dream. If you have a dream that you're working towards this year, we want to hear about it. We would love to help you accomplish it, achieve it. You can listen to the episode, I think it was 51, Celebrate Dreams Come True. No, that was 50. Celebrate Dreams Come True was 50. We talked about the Dream, Design, Deliver formula. Check that out. So lots of fun things happening here. I also want to encourage you. This is the last week of the introductory price of the Design+Flo program. The Design+Flo program is a couple of different things, but the main piece is a collection of resources, little videos, guided meditations, journal prompts. It literally is your self-love solution. If you have been struggling in an area of your life that feels like, oh, I could just use some TLC, this is your program. So the Design+Flo program, you can complete it in as short a time as you want. You can also just have the resources there and pick and choose the ones that you want. By their title, we have a calendar that Hannah created to guide you along the way. If you like someone to tell you what to do and say, do this day, do this day, we have that too. So it's very flexible, but it is helping you tune in to yourself, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. Body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit, those are our things here. Those are our aspects of our health, wellness that affect us personally and in our relationships. And they all work together. They're very interconnected and interrelated. And I talk about them a lot, so you'll hear about them on many of the episodes. And I would say episode 9 is one that you can go back and listen to. That's kind of the first introduction of that, of the body, mind, heart, soul, spirit. But I've talked about it also, in other episodes very recently in the late 40s, early 50s. I'm not sure, but I will put that in the show notes as well. But the introductory price began in December. I extended it through January. It will be ending this week. So go over to the website, drliz.com/flow, F-L-O, and check it out. See what you think. It's flexible. You can do it on your own time. And the most fun part for me, because the course is already created and I had a blast doing it, poured my heart and soul into that course. It is a combination of things that I have used throughout my life, my own struggles, my own ups and downs, ebbs and flows, and that I use in my work with clients in therapy, group therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, coaching, because it works. It really, really works. And I want to offer it to you. So head over there, check that out, get it before the price goes up to the regular price. Get the introductory price. And okay, so the most fun part is that we get to connect. So there's a monthly call on Zoom. It's live. Well, right now it's been on Zoom. But it's a live online video conference call with me and other people who are in the program who have questions or just want to connect with people. We do a guided meditation at the Design+Flo monthly call and just kind of connect and chat and answer questions, brainstorm, talk about our intention for the upcoming month. So each of those meetings is the calls. Right now are scheduled for the first Monday evening Eastern time of each month. And even if you can't connect then, we can connect in other ways. So yes, check out Design+Flo. And that, my friends, is snacks and apps wrapped up. So we're moving on to our daily dose of empowerment. I am so excited. I'm going to give you a little background on this. I'm holding in my hand this gorgeous little box that my mother-in-law gifted to my daughter and all of her granddaughters. She has 3 granddaughters. So all 3 of the granddaughters got a little box of empowerment cards from Nanny. And I stole my daughter's, so they're here at the office where I am right now. She doesn't know, and she doesn't listen to the podcast, so it's okay. I can always get her another one. But I was like, ooh, I love this. How did that get in your bag and not my bag? But it is a cute little box that comes with a package of empowerment cards, and they're so cute. They have like a rainbow. I'm pulling them out now if you hear me moving around. Well, the box is purple, so of course I love that. And what you can do with these is I'm shaking. Okay. It also comes with this cute little wooden card holder that you can then display your empowerment card on your desk, on your dresser, on your vanity, on your mirror, wherever you want it, wherever you want to see it, and you can change it every day. We have one in the office, out in the main room of the office, that is on display. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to shuffle them up. I'm going to pick a card. I'm going to read it. And we're going to talk about it. What I'm so excited about is that it's kind of like a surprise. So there's so many cards, I'm still grabbing them all out because I really do want, okay, there, I got them. All right. You can hear me crinkling the little plastic inside. So it says, Be Positive Empowerment Cards, has pictures of people just having fun, hugging, dancing, doing cartwheels, 50 sassy quotes to get you up and ready to slay another day. Hashtag positive vibes. Ooh, we'll have to hashtag that in our post for this. On the back, so this is Professor Puzzle. It looks like is the company. Empowerment cards. Give yourself a daily reminder of the queen that you are with this collection of empowering statements, including 50 colorfully illustrated quotes. Simply pick one from the pack and let the words inspire you to unleash your inner sass. Ooh, I didn't even read the back and I love this already. Okay, so super cute little box, and I just love boxes. I love cards. I love the colors. So the front of the cards, I'm not looking at the back yet because I want to be surprised. The front of the cards has the same thing, be positive, empowerment cards, and it has like all these bright colors on it. So I am going to shuffle these like a deck of cards. Ooh, I have to make sure they're in the right direction. Okay, so excited. Ooh, okay, I'm drawing a card. And dun, 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 dun. Here it is. Be your own hero. Ooh, be your own hero. Okay, so what does that mean to you? Just take a little pause. Take a little pause. Think about that. Be your own hero. I feel like I have seen that somewhere very recently. Be your own hero. I cannot place it. A commercial, a t-shirt, I think for me, I think of, like a superhero that we look up to. We can go, Wonder Woman, Catwoman, Superman, Batman, some of the fun superheroes from my day. And then there's lots of new ones, right? Like Black Widow and Captain America. I don't know how new they are, but I've been with my family. We've been going through the Marvel movies, starting at the first one. Although I think the first one I saw was kind of one of the most recent. So then we went back. We went back and started again. And they're really fun. The Hulk, there's such great lessons in each movie. Plus, they're really fun to watch. Lots of action, keep you on the edge of your seat. So I think of that when I think of be your own hero. I also think about heroes in my life. Ooh, here come the waterworks. That are my everyday heroes that show up, do wonderful things, are amazing, sometimes magical, sometimes miraculous. There's lots of them, lots to name, lots more than I can name. But I am very blessed to have some pretty amazing heroes in my life who have, right, like a hero typically has survived something tragic, traumatic, stressful, near death, and come out on the other side stronger with a desire to pay it forward and help others, rescue, save, love, empower. Yes, 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 yes. So think about one person, at least one person in your life, whether they are here physically, whether they are with you in your heart and in your spirit, and you carry them with you in the beautiful memories that you have created with them, in pictures that you can see them and look at them. And then, what are those aspects of those people, that person, that make them your hero. Maybe they're kind, maybe they're generous, maybe they show up for you on time when they say they will. They're committed. They're strong. And also, perhaps, in that strength, recognize the strength of vulnerability and being emotional, connecting on lots of different levels, right? So the daily, how was your day? What's for dinner? Who's picking up the kids? Who's paying this bill? And then the deeper things like, what's your goal? What's your dream? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? What's in your heart? How are you feeling today? You seem tired, or you seem excited. Give me some of that energy. But those people in your life that are your heroes or your hero, and recognize in yourself those same qualities that make someone else a hero. Bravery and courage and willingness to take risks, whether that's physical or emotional, but take risks to be vulnerable, to connect, to apologize, and take responsibility, even if it feels really crappy, to say I was wrong, to try again, to show up day in and day out. And sometimes that isn't always possible, the showing up day in and day out, right? Because we're far from people, and a hero can also be someone who you hold in your heart, you hold in your spirit, you hold in your soul, knowing even if you don't see them every day, you don't get to connect with them on a regular basis. They're there. You admire them. They have done something amazing against all odds. And the invitation is to recognize that in yourself. How can you be your own hero? Think of one thing, one characteristic, one quality, one action that you identify in someone else, famous or not. And how can you embody that for yourself? For yourself, right? Be your own hero. And of course for others. But yourself too. Don't forget yourself, right? So when we think about self-care and self-love, the reason we need to, it's been highlighted and addressed and really emphasized in, at least in my own awareness of the past couple of years, is because there is a tendency, especially if you identify as a woman or a caregiver in general, right? It doesn't have to be female, but stereotypically, women tend to take care of others traditionally. And sometimes we put ourselves at the bottom of the list. Here is your invitation, no matter who you are, no matter your gender, to move yourself up on your list if you're at the bottom. Take care of yourself, love yourself, be your own hero today? Ooh, I just love that. I would love to hear your ideas about this. I'm going to post, I do every week. I post on social media, on Instagram at Dr. Liz and on Facebook at Dr. Liz. I post about the episode. Share with me how your ideas about being your own hero. I would love to hear them, read them. Because I just, spontaneously drew a card and picked and talked about it. And of course, there's things that I'm missing, or there's perspectives that I would love to hear your thoughts. Really would love to. So this is, again, an invitation to connect with me here, but also to connect with me on social media. If you're listening and you could take a screenshot and share it on your story, tag me. I would love to see it. Love, again, to connect with you. It's sometimes it's difficult to know how the podcast lands. I was having a conversation just last week, and someone was asking me about the podcast, and I love it. I love talking, and sometimes it's hard to know if you like it, if you love it. So I'm asking you to let me know. Any ideas that you have for future episodes. We are entering into year 2 of the Empowered by Design podcast. If you have questions that you would love me to answer, if you have ideas for topics that you would love for me to cover, I'm asking for all the feedback. And you can DM me on social media. You can comment on the podcast post. And I would love to hear from you. Please share this. Please share this episode. If you have not yet rated it, that's another way that you can give some of that energy back, right? It's, I think in the podcast land, we're putting it out there, people who do a podcast, and the stats we have is how many downloads we get. And so that's kind of what you'll see sometimes me post. And then also when people say, I loved your podcast the other day, or I had a question about your podcast, in person, or, however we connect. And so this is another way to give some of that energy back that you get by listening to this podcast, is to connect with me in a different place on social media. DM me, come to Design+Flo, come to any of our events. We have so many fun events coming up at Visionistas by Design. Stay tuned. Check our website out, visionistasbydesign.com/events, and connect with us. We love connecting. And so I welcome you, I invite you, I ask you, please take a few moments to rate this podcast on whatever platform you listen, Apple or Spotify, Google, and send us a review. Give us those 5 stars if you're loving it, and drop us a line about why, so that we can continue to bring you important, meaningful, empowering content that is relevant to your life, that helps you in some way. I cannot wait to connect with you again. Next week is our celebration episode. Again, just one more plug to send us your dreams for 22. Send us your celebrations on the website, drliz.com, on the podcast page, on the main page. As you can hear, I'm really calling out for some of your feedback. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to connect with you. And I can't wait to connect with you again next week. Take care. Thank you for connecting on this episode of the podcast, Empowered by Design. For further connection, subscribe to my email list at drliz.com to be sure that you are in the loop for exciting news, events, and resources. You can also follow me on social media at Dr. Liz and at Visionistas by Design. I invite you to subscribe to this podcast and send this episode to one of your people in order to share the love, spread the power. This podcast is designed to inspire, educate, and empower you to pursue your dreams with intentional vision. This podcast is not meant to be a substitute for psychological treatment or a working relationship with a licensed mental health professional. For more information on connecting with mental health resources in your area, visit drliz.com and click on resources. Thank you again for connecting, and remember, trust the heart, work your vision, dream, design, deliver.